Hey everyone, this is 8-Bit Flashback, and there's now a beta version of the SwitchBru DNS server 4.00. Now we can make profiles, add friends, send messages, and more. So let's check this out. So previously on YouTube, I made a video about how to unlock the internet browser on your Nintendo Switch using the SwitchBru DNS server trick. And it's very simple to do. It involves opening up your internet settings, then changing the settings on the current network you're connected to, then going down to DNS settings and changing that to manual, and then entering this number here. And I will post a link to my previous video how to unlock the internet on your Nintendo Switch, and that kind of explains all this more in detail, so I'm kind of just breezing through this part. So for that DNS number, you want to use 45.55.142.122. Then after that, you want to save the settings and then select Connect to the network. After connecting, that's going to give us access to the SwitchBru DNS server where we have an internet browser. And it gives you access to a couple more things, but I did explain that in that previous video, and that link will be down below. So when the SwitchBru DNS server page loads up, it's still the same page we're used to seeing. But now we have a note saying that there's a beta version available that's 4.00 that's available for testing if you click on the link. And eventually this will become the regular SwitchBru DNS server homepage, but at the moment it's in the testing stages and they're trying to get the bugs worked out, but I would expect probably here within a couple weeks it will become the main page. And I've already created my profile, so I'll show you how mine looks first, then I'll show you how to make your own profile. So for my profile name I selected 8-Bit Flashback because that makes sense. And if anyone wants to add me as a friend, they can use this code right here. And I'll show you where you enter that after you make a profile. You can go down to add friends and then search with friend code. And then this is where you'd enter that code number. All the numbers that are after the SB would go right there. Once you have friends added, you can message back and forth. And I think that's a really cool feature, being able to have some social networking on our Switch via the SwitchBru DNS server. Now if we go down to settings, we can open up a couple more things. It talks about the SwitchBru DNS server itself. This service is provided free of charge. We do not store or retain any personal data without permission, besides providing the initial redirect for the Nintendo Switch, and all DNS queries are handled via Google DNS. And we can also change our themes. So if we click on themes right here, we can select basic white, basic black, which is what I'm using, or do a custom theme. If you click on that, it'll kind of give you instructions on how to do that, but that's more for advanced users. Then on that system tab, it gives us information about what firmware we're currently on. So if I check for update, it says you are able to run Homebrew on 3.00, which is the firmware I'm on. But this is compatible with the newest firmware that's out, which is 5.0.2. So to set up your own profile, it is pretty easy. You just want to start with click on this link here to test out the 4.0 version, and that's on that home page of the SwitchBru DNS server right now. And when you click on that link, it switches you to the 4.00 version of the SwitchBru DNS server. Now you want to go up to the top and click on the plus and start building your profile. Now you can select your icon and then select your name. I'm just going to put 1 because I'm just doing a test here. Then select OK. Then you'll get a message saying this user will be added to the console. Select OK. Then you'll get a message saying they're going to store your IP address so you can communicate with other users. If you want to continue, you're going to have to select OK. Now you're going to have to create a SwitchBru account, and you don't have to do this, but if you don't create that account, you're not going to be able to add friends or message other users. And as far as the SwitchBru DNS server being safe to use, I haven't heard of any issues at all. I haven't heard of anyone whatsoever breaking a console or any viruses, but that being said, I can't guarantee anything, so you should proceed at your own risk. This is all online based, so what that means is when you open up that SwitchBru DNS server homepage, it automatically recognizes your IP address and knows to log you into your profile. So if you want a profile that has full access just like mine, you will have to create an account. And when you create an account, it will ask for an email, and if you want, you can just create a new email, a Gmail, that way you don't have to use your personal email. After you get that account created, you'll have a profile with access just like mine. And something else I'd like to mention about the SwitchBru DNS server 4.00 is while it's in the beta stages, every time you log on to the SwitchBru DNS server right now, you are going to have to click that redirect link to take you to this new version. And this is only going to be temporary until we get an official release, but hopefully that'll be here within a couple weeks. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. If you like that video, please click that like button. If you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. And if you want to help support the channel, you can now find me on Facebook and Patreon. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.